Oh my god, I've shared this. Fucking, oh shit. Oh my god, this light is so annoying. Why do I always wait until so late to get on cam? Hey guys, who are we? How are we? I really should have made sure that I had a drink before I came on here as well. But there you go. Got a bottle of wine and I have lots of funny reviews to read. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes in case a couple of other people want to like jump on. But if not, then it's just us. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pour myself a nice glass of wine and then we can kick things off. Hey, Peter. I'm really good. I am good. It's been absolutely gorgeous weather today in England. So met up with my friend because quarantine restrictions have been lifted a little bit, so you can meet up with people from different households outside now. So I met my friend. We sat in the sun. We had a couple of like those cocktails in cans from Aldi because classy like that. I'm not always drinking, by the way. I'm aware that every time I'm on YouTube, I'm drinking, and I'm aware that it's a Wednesday, and I've just told you that I've been drinking in the daytime, but I'm not always drinking. I mean, most of the time, but not all the time. Okay, we've got 5 of us. Right, you guys, I'm going to pour myself a glass of nice Aldi wine, and then I'm going to get right to the point, and I'll tell you, I'll go into a little bit more detail about just what that is in just a second, because I was having, so for context, I've been having the time of my life. I went out, I had like 3 of these cocktails in a can with my friends, so I was sober, okay? Like I was stone cold sober, but I got in and I found this website. I was doing some research actually for an article that I'm writing about the sex industry in Thailand, about ping pong shows, about sex tourists, all that kind of stuff. And then I happened to stumble upon this website written by a guy that I guess he's been around in Thailand. And he goes to every kind of establishment. He goes to massage parlors, go-go bars, Ladyboy hotels, which I didn't know were a thing, but they're a thing. And I read one article and I scrolled down and the comments on it were gold. They were better than the article. So straight away, Ethan, my boyfriend, was sat over there. You've seen him on this stream before. If you're back, he's gone out to buy burgers right now. But he was sat over there and I'm reading out these reviews and he's just like, why don't you get on YouTube and read these? Like, you know, rather than read to me when I'm just trying to play PlayStation and I don't give a fuck about blowjob bars in Thailand, go on YouTube. It's like, okay, cool. So here we are, because I think there's something very, very special about reading reviews of sex establishments. So I only read a few from this website so far, and then I thought I would save it, read them all here so you can see my actual reaction and comments, because it's hilarious. It's amazing. So with that being said, I'm gonna go get a glass of wine real quick, and then I'm going to start reading some reviews. You can also help me choose some to review as well, because I don't know. Do we want blowjob bars, handjob bars, soapy massage bars, which I didn't know were a thing? Hey, David, how are you? So there we go. Wait 2 seconds. I'm wearing pants, by the way. I do have pants on. I'm good. He's around. He just went out to buy some takeaway food. Well, yeah, he went to buy some burgers, so, but he's going to be sitting just on that chair when he gets back. He's not going to be streaming tonight. It's just me. Yeah, hit the like button. Definitely. Okay, I'm going to see this off because I've had this beer for like an hour and a half and it's disgusting and it's flat. All right, so got my wine. £3.69, I think. Lieb from Milch. I don't know how to pronounce that. German wine from Aldi. It's beautiful. Okay, so ignore my whacked out phone, by the way. I always drop it when it doesn't have the case on, obviously. I never drop it when I'm actually out and about and it has the case on. Never. Always when I don't. Okay, so we have here. So this website that I'm on is called thailandredcat.com. And there are sections for nightlife. And yes, they do some very good wines in Aldi. They have some sections for nightlife and they also have dating, Thai girls, ladyboys. Okay, I'm going to... Where do I get the massage parlors? What? Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, no, that's just an advertisement. Oops. Okay, so nightlife. Pattaya nightlife. Okay, we've got to go for Pattaya. I don't know if that's exactly how you pronounce it. Pattaya. My Thai friend calls it Pattaya. I don't know, but I'm going to call it Pattaya. Okay. So if you don't know, guys, I've been to Thailand. Pattaya was like the one place that I didn't go to. I spent about 5-6 weeks in Thailand, and Pattaya is where all of the old white men go to fudge to get some, right? So we've got a lot. We can read some reviews of girly bars, go-go bars, nightclubs, short time bars, which is where you can pay to take the girl away, but she's not going to stay very long with you. She's not going to spend the night with you. She's not going to go for 2 or 3 times. Okay. Then you've got Pattaya happy ending, boring, soapy massage, BJ bars, and ladyboys. I'm going to go BJ bars because this was, I read, the article that I did read was Bangkok BJ bars. And it was a very good article, very good comments with everyone sharing their experiences about what makes a perfect BJ bar. So let's go. Okay. So what is there to do before sunset in Pattaya? If you don't feel like driving out of the city for another temple, overpriced theme park, or low-key beach that might be quiet and beautiful, but it's too hot before 5 p.m., well, you could visit one of the many blowjob bars in Pattaya that attract most of their customers before sunset. Which is interesting to me, actually, the fact that they attract most of their customers before sunset, because, I don't know. I have nothing against a daytime BJ. I don't know. I would have figured that maybe you'd go out and do that at night more. I don't know. So, many guys are surprised when they find themselves at the exciting part of their happy ending massage and the girl only offers a handy J. It's ridiculous that I'm trying not to get demonetized, which is hilarious because of the topic. But I figure that maybe I can stay away from certain words. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So people are surprised when the girl only offers a little hand, but no mouth. So that's the problem. If you want a girl to do this, then you should never visit a massage salon, but instead one of the dedicated BJ bars, which I didn't know were a thing, honestly. Like, I've been to Thailand. I know that there are brothels, strip clubs, go-go bars, beer bars, all different kinds of bars. But a BJ bar is funny to me. It's funny. The idea is that you can go upstairs to a private room, or you can just sit inside the main bar area. You can pay like 100 baht for your beer, which is a couple of pounds. And then for an extra 700 baht, I think, which is like 12 to 13 pounds, you can get a BJ while you're drinking your beer in the bar, which is it's great. Okay, so closed curtain bars are the more sophisticated BJ bars, just in case you want a really sophisticated BJ. They have surrounding curtains that can be closed as soon as your girl starts going down south. And then it teaches you the Thai words for various things such as swallowing. It's not very common for girls to do that, but she might do it for an extra tip. Okay, so then he says that he's already written a guide on the bars in Bangkok. And since the article was so popular, he decided to go to Pattaya to do some field research on the same topic. What a hero. What a good guy. Like, he's just in it for the traffic, you guys. He's just in it. He just wants to help people. What a good guy. And believe it or not, he says, believe it or not, there are even more BJ bars in Pattaya than in Bangkok. Well, yes, because it's the sex capital of Thailand. Or the world, even. I would go so far as to say Pattaya is like, it's up there. Top 5, right? So, this is his article. By the way, I know the title said reviews. What I'm doing is reading this article where this guy actually will break down all of the bars and give his personal reviews. And then I'm going to the comments section. I hope there's comments on this article, which is the real gold. So he says, it pretty much works the same way like in Bangkok. You go in, sit down, order a drink and look at the selection of girls. Often one of them will come to you right away. They usually have a queue to make it fair to everyone. Kind of like when you want to get a taxi and you walk to the taxi rank and you're not allowed to walk to the second or third car down. It's like, no, it's this guy's turn. It's like, this girl hasn't given a BJ in a minute. Like, she needs your sausage in her mouth now. £13 for a BJ. How much of that do you think the poor girl gets? I don't know. I do not know. But I do know that you can get full service from girls that work on the street for £10 in Thailand. I know that if you go with a girl from a bar, like one of the girls that's working in the bar and stuff, it is more. It's like £30, £45 for full service. But you can get it for like a tenner, especially if it's late in the night. So they usually have a queue. But of course, you can politely tell the one at the front that you would like to relax and take a look around first. Some guys prefer not to bother drinking at all and demand one of the girls give a BJ right away. But it depends on the bar. Sometimes they ask her to buy. Sometimes they ask you to buy her a drink first, and obviously one for you too. So this is how the girls make their real commission. If you buy a girl a drink, she usually gets, I think, about 150 baht, which is right here. Guys, I'm so sorry if you can hear all that sound in the background. I cannot bring myself to close the window. So 150 baht is £3.91. So if you buy a girl a drink, then she's going to keep that as commission. That's all commission, as well as whatever salary the bar's paying her and whatever she gets in addition. So, okay, so you buy the girl a drink first. It won't take long, usually less than a minute, until the girl grabs your Richard and starts playing with it to make you horny. Do some small talk with her, and after some time, you can ask her if she wants to suck you. But often, it's she who asks. There are different places where the BJ can be performed. If you're not shy, you can have it done right in the middle of the bar with the other girls around. Sometimes they have darkened areas in the back of the bar. Sometimes they have small rooms down or upstairs. And the really sophisticated bars have a curtain around the seating areas that can be closed. Your girl will usually clean your doink, with a refreshing tissue before she starts licking it. And this is something else that I found out in the first article that I read, is they don't often use condoms. That's not a common thing. It's so good to be with you like this. What, talking about PJ bars in Thailand? Also, you guys, side note, because this will get demonetized, I know that. I'm not doing this for money. I mean, in my YouTube ad revenue, I make like £1 or £2 a day. It's nothing. But I did turn on this super chat feature, so you can give a donation or tip to me basically through YouTube. I don't really know how you do that. I just know that I turned that on. So it basically lets you send me a message, and that message will stay highlighted at the top of the chat for a while. And you can also send me some cash. So there you go. But anyway, that was a little segue. So one final thing to note, the BJ bars have also sex, and then in brackets it says short time available for about 500 baht extra, which I think is about £10, but I'm just gonna check because I don't want to get it wrong for you guys. Okay, sorry, it's £13, my bad. So for an extra £13, you can. Oh, the boyfriend's back. Aye, aye.
All right. Okay.
They take a cut from the super chats. Oh yeah, of course they do, but everywhere does. Literally, I'm used to giving a 40% cut to whatever site I use. It is burger time. You're very right. I'm not going to eat, but I might have some chips on cam. Thank you so much. Do you want to come and say hi to the regulars?
So the usual suspects.
Yeah, the usual suspects. Also, I hope you know that every time I need to pee, I'll probably be like, Ethan, keep them company.
No.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. There you go.
Is that all?
That's my shout out for today.
Well, that's your shout out.
Yeah.
Bon appetit. Okay, I'm going to eat some chips. This is a mukbang. Is that how you say it as well? When someone eats on camera. Mukbang or something like that. Oh, you're in. Do you want me to turn it so we can't see you stuffing your face?
You're fine, whatever, yeah.
Okay. Hi, Ethan. Enjoy your burger from David.
Oh, don't worry. I will.
Oh, that is a long ass chip. Yeah. I was once offered the full girlfriend experience in Riga for £15. Within 200 meters of my hotel, the girl was on a bicycle and circled her prospective punters. So instead of being the village bike, she's riding the village bike, which is turning stereotypes on its head. Also, girlfriend experience, full girlfriend experience for £15. I mean, get to Latvia, much cheaper. I can't decide now whether I want to eat chips or drink wine. So yeah, for an extra £13, you can have SEX. Okay, so this is this guy's little intro. So here we go. This is the complete list of BJ bars in Pattaya, along with descriptions and information on prices. And something that I loved about this guy, his article, is that at the bottom of each, so as you can see, you can't see, he'll review it, and then at the bottom, he'll give the girls in general a rating out of 10. And then he'll have all the prices and stuff listed. But I just thought it was really funny that he's like, oh, the girls here, 4 out of 10. Don't bother. So, David, you'd be surprised. I mean, I don't know sex work prices around the world, but what I can tell you is that I've definitely been to countries in Europe that are cheaper than Thailand for sure. So, yeah. Right. These chips are so good, you guys. I didn't want to be, garlic mayo. I didn't want to be picking out on cam, but hope there's someone with a food fetish in here. Wow. So, Lolitas, of course. Every city has to have a fucking bar named Lolitas, doesn't it? Of course it does. Jeffrey Epstein's private plane, Lolita Express. Okay, we get it. You like kids. Okay. Sorry. Lolita's is a long-time favourite. Most of the girls are sitting outside trying to attract customers. You can have a drink with them first, or even play pool in the relatively small bar on side. But of course, watch out, Ethan, she's coming for that burger.
That's why I brought her own.
I have my own.
Yesterday she came straight after. I didn't have a moment of peace.
Shut up. Yesterday you gave me a lot of your burger.
Yesterday was very good.
But of course, it's the BJ that you're coming here for. And that one is performed in one of the small but neat private rooms upstairs. Ooh. Each one has got a red couch and a big mirror on the wall, and that's it. Of course, your girl will bring supplies like a towel for her to kneel down on. Oh, I like that they're taking care of themselves. Practice self-care. Hashtag self-care.
Hashtag self-care.
Here in SA, is SA Singapore? No. Where is SA? I'm lost. Okay, so she'll bring a towel to kneel down on and some refreshing tissues for cleanup. So the girls there, 7 out of 10. Beer is 95 baht. BJ is 700 baht. Okay. There's another one. Oh, South Africa. Sorry. For someone that travels full time, I really don't know my geography, do I? Okay, the next one. My future workplace. Kittens Bar. Oh, funny story. I'll try and keep this short. Some dude that I went to high school with obviously stumbled upon my content, shall we say. I don't mean YouTube content. I mean fetish content, and takes it upon himself to write a public Facebook comment like, "Hi Kitty," basically just alluding to the fact that he said that my normal Facebook is all a front. And then when I said, "What do you mean by that, hon?" Excuse the train. I said, "What do you mean by that, hon?" "Yes, I do mean I want clips." And he said, "Oh, nothing, Kitty, nothing." I'm like, what do you want? You think I care? Like, if you know what I do, then you've clearly been on those websites too. But the only difference between us is that you've been paying and I've been getting paid. So, and also you've been getting off on me insulting you. So, lol. So yeah, dick move. Dick move. Because it's like, it's not outing me. It's not saying on my Facebook wall, this girl does this. It's worse than that in a way, because it's a subtle threat. It's like, I want you to know that I know what you do, and I'm making hints about it, and I have the power to ruin my life, my reputation. Like, what are you gonna do? He does think he has the power, but it's like, joke's on you, because everyone in my life knows what I do. So.
And he uses like a little weasel.
So maybe he wanted you to dominate him in college. This was high school. Like, we finished high school when we were 16 years old. I never spoke to this guy. Nothing against the guy. I just didn't know him whatsoever. But have him on Facebook, as you do with everyone from high school. And so I kind of messaged him and made him apologize and had him eat in his words. But then I'm curious, because I'm like, because he said that he's known what I do for 4 years. And afterwards, at the time, I was just kind of pissed off. But afterwards, I was like, wait, 4 years, you've known what I do, and you've remembered my name, Kitty. So it's not as though you stumbled upon me 4 years ago once, forgot about it, because you wouldn't remember my name, would you? So I'm like, has this dude been buying content, first of all? Has he been buying custom content from me?
Is he watching right now?
Oh, is he watching right now? Are you in here, Nathan? Fucking Nathan Worley. You out me, I can out you, honey. But like, it's just so bizarre. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you might have seen my clips, which is like, does that mean you've seen like, I don't know, like my ass? Like, have you seen me in a bra and panties? Or have you seen me in a catsuit? Have you just seen the soles of my feet? What have you seen? What do you get off to? What have I said that has made you cream in your little boxer shorts? Wait, what are you into? Are you a sissy? Do you wear women's panties? Do you just really like my feet? Do you really like big black guys? Like, what is it? Like, what? And so I want to message this dude and be like, yo, I know you said that you were sorry. Apology accepted. Whatever, we've moved on. But I'm curious. You know what I did.
Maybe
what I do.
When you're reviewing Thai DJ bars.
Maybe he's into me reviewing Thai sexy bars. Brilliant. I know. But anyway, so that was an interesting segue because the next bar is called Kittens. Made me think of Kitty. Made me think of this douche. So, the newest BJ bar in the area. You've always got to check out a new bar, you know what I'm saying? Gonna get back on the line. Oh, they have a big TV connected to a laptop where both girls and customers can choose the songs from YouTube. High tech. I bet he fantasized about you at school. Oh, stop it. I was really ugly at school until I turned, I want to say 14 was my year. Because that's when I grew some tits and I went blonde and I was like an emo kid kind of. So pre-14, I wasn't that hot. I mean, he's not a nonce because he was also young. So at least he's got that going for him. Sorry, I know I'm being really harsh. I don't think badly about any of my customers or even people that don't pay for my content. It's just when you're going to pay for my freaking content and then try and scare me or something. Oh no, David, I was an ugly motherfucker. Like, I was an ugly duckling. I was a really ugly duckling. That's why I like dominating men so much now. No, only for the first 2 years, then I blossomed. Boyfriend's just laughing in the background like, you think you blossomed, honey. Did you? Okay, so.
It's still waiting.
So in Kitten's Bar, you can choose the music from a laptop connected to YouTube. But more importantly, the girls are well above the typical BJ bar standard. All young, attractive, and very diligent to make you have a good time from the moment you sit down. Please. Thank you. They do have some typical red couches in the back, but strangely require you to go upstairs for a BJ Girls 8 out of 10. Okay, I'm going to skim read this because I want to get to the comments, you know. There's another one called Pump Station. I honestly think you should choose which bar you go to based on the name rather than the caliber of girls, like Pump Station.
At least you know what you're getting with Pump Station.
Yeah. There are 2 sister Pump Station bars. The girls in there aren't that attractive, but they do have one pretty hot and busty ladyboy. So if you like, you might want to check it out soon. Quick, before she's gone. Ethan just got flipped off. The rest of us have to pay for that.
Tribute now.
Mm-hmm. Again, they don't want you to be sucked right in the bar, but you have to go upstairs and pay an additional room rent. I like the fact that he really wants to let you know all of the details. It's like, you have to pay the room rent, you have to pay this much, you have to pay this much. Girls here are 5 out of 10. Oh, a BJ's 900 bar. and it was 800 in the previous place. So the girls are worse. That's more expensive. Billion Beer Bar. One of the oldest BJ bars in Pattaya, but it's definitely seen better times. You might only find 2 waitresses during the low season serving you with a drink and no blowjobs at all. Not sure what happened with this place. Maybe they stopped doing any marketing to their bar. The street's fairly quiet anyway, but if they continue operating like this, they will have a hard time to survive in the increasingly competitive industry. You guys, I didn't even know that blowjob bars existed until tonight, and now I'm finding out that it's an increasingly competitive industry. Only recommend a visit if you've been to all the other places on this list. So girls 3 out of 10, and a blowjob is 1,000 baht, so it's the most expensive as well. Okay, Club 4. Currently the best blowjob bar in Pattaya. It's being run by a French guy who really knows what his customers enjoy. Oh, do you think that he samples every single girl and he's just like, less teeth, more hands, more spit? Or do you think he trains them because he knows that every guy likes it a bit different? So he's like, right, this girl's really good with the double hand motions. This girl's really good at deep throat. Like, do you think he trains them personally? Does it say who's doing the reviews? So the website is just called Thailand Red Cat, and it's a blog website where he is reviewing them, and then the comments section is just going to be random comments. So whoever Thailand Red Cat is, I did look if there was an about section, but there wasn't. I mean, I just took a glance, so maybe I've missed something. So I'm loving this, but I have to go. From South Africa, great chat, and thanks for your input. Oh, thank you. You're amazing too. Good night. And cheers. So, French guy who really knows what his customers enjoy. 5 extremely comfortable seating areas. Blah, blah, blah. He goes into a lot of detail about this. And also, surprisingly young and attractive girls. So is this one of the criteria then? The girls have to be surprisingly young. As a point of reference, when I was researching for my article earlier, I found out that there are 2 million prostitutes in Thailand, and 20% of them, it's hard to measure, 20% of them are under 18. So just let that sink in if you want to crunch those numbers. So I guess the younger the better, right? Well, that's why people go to Thailand, isn't it? Let's not go down that road. Fantastic place. If you only have the time and money to visit one of these bars, I'd recommend this one. BJ is only 800 baht, so it's not the most expensive, and the girls are a 9 out of 10. 007 Club. Oof. Also friend-owned with exactly the same concept, but it's not quite as comfortable as Club 4. And the tables are very far away from the couch. Is this that I love about the reviews? Because it's like, bro, how can I enjoy a beer and a blowjob if I can't even reach the table to put my beer down for a second?
Because there's someone sucking me off in between.
Like, the tables are just too far away. And then he says, at least the bar girls make up for it. He's like, those tables. Oh, he really doesn't like those tables. They're the most attractive ones in this category, but they also do everything to make you feel great without being too pushy. And then Pirates Hostess Club. Believe it or not, they're going to open more similar bars not far from here. Pirates has the nicest bar counter of all places here together. It's half moon-shaped and of dark wood, and has at least a couple of foreigners drinking beer at most times while the girls are working on their schlongs. I think we just found my favourite part of these reviews. Like, it has the nicest bar counter of all places together, half moon-shaped and dark wood. so that when she's working on your wood, at least you know that you're on a quality bar. Oh, so the next one, maybe the naughtiest BJ bar in Pattaya. The girls here may not be the youngest, most of them around 30, old hags, but they really know how to suck and please a guy. And not just that, they also give you the service right in the middle of the bar with the other girls watching. They do have a mattress area in the back of the bar. Oh, I don't know if I'd want to lie down on that mattress. I don't know. Maybe I'm a prude. But it's really up to you if you go there because the girls are very open-minded. Telephone bar. So the entrance to this bar is like a bright red London telephone box. And he says that it's the most overrated blowjob bar in Pattaya. It's furthest away from the beach, in a local residential area with nothing, absolutely nothing else of interest around. Not even a 7-Eleven within a 300-meter radius. I love this dude. Anyway, the bar as such is quite impressive. You walk through a telephone box to enter, you ring the bell first, and then all the staff, 4 to 5 girls, will friendly greet you. The setup is cozy, laid back, dark, and English pub style. That's a weird combo, isn't it? Unfortunately, the girls are not that attractive. And even worse, they are quite pushy. Like they ask you for a drink before they even sit with you. How dare they? It's like they're just in it for money. Hopefully things change for the better in future because the setup does have a lot of potential. How many is there? Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me just see if there's a lot of okay. I wanted the comments. Before I move on to the actual comments, because I do think that that is where we will find the gold. Even though I do really miss this guy's opinions on interior design. I'm going to go for a quick pee. Ethan, do you want to keep them coming or do you want to not? Okay. Guys, we're all going to have a pee break. Go pour yourself a drink. I know it's Wednesday, but it was sunny, so it's summer. Maybe you're on furlough, whatever. Pour yourself a drink. I'll be back. Wagwan. Nothing. Leave me alone. Let me live. Okay, I really want to stop eating these chips, but they're just so good. So, there's nothing happened in the chat since I've been gone. I know there's only 5 of you, but I really enjoy it when you guys talk to me and each other in the chat. I like it. It's like my boyfriend doesn't want to hang out with me, so I'm hanging out with strangers online. It's nice, it's cool. He doesn't look impressed. No, he does want to hang out with me. I'm the one that's just like, ugh, I see you all the time. Go away. Okay. So, chip done. Let's get on to these reviews. All right. So the reason that I like the actual comments better than the blog post itself is the blog post is more of an overview on the different bars, you know, whereas the comments are going to be, I've not read these ones yet, but the comments are usually a little more personal. Like, I went to this bar once, this girl was really, I don't know what, we'll find out, but it's reviews of experiences rather than a general review of the bar, which I think I found my new favorite hobby. It's just reading sex work reviews online. So Imran says, I got a BJ at a sensual massage parlor on Soy Buakho. Wakaho. Girl was very pretty. She showered me first, gave me an amazing massage on my back. I really think that's important, you know. If I was going to get a happy ending massage, I would be really peeved if the girl didn't give me a good massage first, you know. It's like, I want to get my nut, but also I've got some knots in my shoulders, so can you work on that first? Please, bitch, that's what I'm paying you for. Shoulders and legs. Then she turned me over, gave me the best massage to make me hard as rock. And then she went duck to suck, I think he means down, to suck my Richard with great expertise. Well, I should hope so. I mean, it is her job. You think if you're good at one thing, it should be your job, you know? She knew the technique to make it longer for me. No, I don't have a penis. But doesn't she knew the technique to make it longer for me?
Longer to call.
But yeah. But does that mean if it takes you longer to come, then it's not as good? Or do you mean she was good with the tease and the build-up? Perhaps?
Yeah, it was like everything leading up to it.
Oh, yeah.
Because like, it's not just the coming, like it's the build up to it as well.
Okay. I would love to meet her again on my next visit. Oh, bless him. He's fallen in love a little. Dan, I'm going to Pattaya for the first time in a couple of weeks. Oh, he's just asking questions. Being a boob guy, are they topless? Will they take their tops off? What about the money shot? Do you get a choice of where to train? Marino says, yes, they will take their tops off. My last time there, the young-looking pretty one took her top off, and she had some of the prettiest-looking medium-sized breasts on any Thai girl. I blew a nice load in her mouth.
Nothing like giving her a good load.
Nothing like giving her a good load. And then someone has responded to that comment saying, bar name, please, as if there's only this one bar with a girl with nice tits. So you're in Pattaya, like I don't know has anyone watching been to Thailand before? Because as I said, I've never been to Pattaya, but Thailand in general, sex is everywhere. You see it everywhere. It's impossible to miss it. And there are girls with every size boob imaginable, you know, like there are flat-chested girls, medium-sized boobs, fake boobs, real boobs, fake kind of porn boobs, fake natural looking. There are, you don't have to try and find this one specific girl who has medium-sized breasts.
The best medium-sized breasts, I believe.
The breasts.
The breasts of all time.
No, the prettiest looking medium-sized breast. Breast, singular. Maybe the other one wasn't so nice. Sorry. These people, probably English is not their first language, so I will try not to be a dick. Because I'm a bit of a grammar so-and-so. I have had nothing but great. This is Nige. Oh,
Good old
Nige. I've had nothing but great experiences in Lolitas. Must have been in a dozen times over the years. Always go for BJ and short time. And if you remember, short time means full whack. And with a beer and tip, it usually costs me around 1,500 baht. Okay, so 1,500 baht is 39 pounds. Oh, okay, so you get a blowjob, sex, beer, and a tip, and it costs you 39 pounds. Sounds pretty good, to be honest. I've always chosen my girl outside and gone upstairs. I've only been he met a couple of girls who didn't want to go the whole hog. So after his BJ, he went outside to choose another girl who will do the extra boom boom. Right. Rex. Oh, I gained a lot from your site and thought that I should give back a little. That's nice. We do like people that give back to the community. Unfortunately, it's not good news. Uh-oh. I just came back from Kitten's bar. Oh, so he's riled up. He's just got in the door and he's like, I need to tell Thailand Red Cat this. I just came back from Kitten's bar after a terrible experience. I wonder what else you get for your 39 pounds, right? I went in and a girl, I'm sorry guys, there's a train. I don't know if it's as loud for you as for me. Okay, he went in, a girl stood up and came with me. Ordered a beer and chatted a little. She said her name was Carrie? C-A-R-E-E. Carrie, whatever. Another woman kept pushing to go upstairs. After fending her off and chatting with Carrie, I asked for a short time. BJ was at 850 and short time was 1,350. The girl seemed nice, so I went for the short time. They asked me to pay now. I paid and went upstairs, and that's when it went to shit. Oh, honey, tell us what happened. Give us the juice. The girls, oh, I think that's a typo. I thought he went up with two girls, but he didn't. So the girl wasn't interested in the least. Made a pitiful, poor attempt at a BJ. Put the condom on before I got hard. Hate when they do that. I asked to do a 69, and after some convincing, she agreed. Regretted it. She was not clean. Oh. When nothing happened and I gave up, I took the condom off and made to leave. She called me back and started again without it. She clearly lacks the skills needed to work in a PJ bar. I mean, that is very fair enough. You know, the clue is in the name. It's a BJ bar. Maybe he's being harsh. Let's read on. After I somehow managed to get hard, this guy, by licking her boobs, we went into missionary. Once we started boinking, she took out a wet wipe and started wiping her boobs where I licked her. What the hell? Dude, maybe you slobbered all over her like one of those dogs that can't walk anywhere without being like, you know? But yeah, I agree. That's a little rude. After some terrible sex, oh, you mean this girl that you just paid fucking £2 for to have sex wasn't that great? Oh no. I finally came, got dressed, and left. In retrospect, hindsight's a bitch, isn't it? I should have complained to the lady at the bar when I left. What are you gonna like? It's not like a Tesco guarantee, like 100% satisfaction or your money back. I mean, what do you want, bro? Like, you came. Like, you came and you're just like, oh, she wiped my slobber off her boobs. Oh, this guy. No, I know that I'm being mean, but I understand. But it's just.
What was his name?
I think this is Nige. Oh no, this is Rex. This is Rex.
Right. I was going to say I'm with Big Nige. I'm with Rex on that one. Not getting.
Well, Rex is a dog's name, so it makes sense that he slobbered all over like one of those. Like, it's just. I don't know what the correct etiquette is if you not on this girl and then complain, I want to speak to our manager, get a refund. Now I know why they asked to pay in advance. Well, you learn something new every day, Rex. P.S. I'm not Farang. So Farang is what Thai people call white people. I'm Indian, clean, and polite. Maybe she don't like Indians, bro. I like pleasuring women and had great experiences in Bangkok's BJ bars. Did anyone else have a similar experience? Overall, I would say avoid like the plague. I don't know if you can see. Oh no, the glare is too bright. You heard me anyway. It was a long review. And fair play. It doesn't sound, to be honest, okay. I know I was kind of hating on this guy a little, but I will say that if she puts the condom on when he's still soft, I don't necessarily know if that's a thing. Is that a thing? Because from my experience, usually the guy gets hard and then puts the condom on. You know, I don't know. I know that sounds
uncomfortable.
Like, it sounds awkward to me.
It's her first day.
Yeah, maybe it's her first day. You can't. The 69 thing and her not being clean. I mean, she works in a blowjob bar, but 69 is not necessarily in her job description. So maybe she wasn't expecting you to be down there. Maybe, I mean, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt here. Perhaps it's Thailand. It's hot. She was sweaty. She had a long shift. I don't know. Like, maybe it doesn't mean that she wasn't clean, you know. Maybe it's just she was a bit musty. I don't know. But she wasn't expecting to have someone's face down there. So, like, I don't know. I'm trying to be balanced here. Pulls out a wet wipe. Honestly, I like that this girl pulled out a wet wipe. I honestly want to shake her hand for that, because it's like, you go, sis. If you do something you don't like, just be... Okay. Oh, the next person, SSB955, says they never want upfront payment from Farang, as far as I know. So little racist implications there. Then Brumbear says, I went to the post. Oh no, wait, does he mean the telephone box? Or does he mean an actual post office? I'm confused. On the way, I think he just means the post. Yesterday I went to the post office, and on the way back, I wanted to go to Kitten's Bar and see what will happen. Just another errand. I went in, sat down, and ordered a Chang beer. Good choice. After some seconds, a girl sat down beneath me, but she was not attractive for me. And after 10 minutes, she realised it and went away. Behind the bar, there was a very pretty young lady. I invited her for a lady drink, which is what you do. That is how they get their commission. We talked for some time. I told her that for me, she is the only attractive lady in this bar. I tried 3 times to invite her to go with me, but she responded that she works only behind the bar. After drinking my beer, I paid and left Kitten's Bar forever. ...
Imagine someone actually just doing their job.
Imagine someone just doing their job. All she wants is to go to work, serve drinks, and not have to give any fat old white guy a blowjob. That's all she wants to do. And you're like, I left forever. As you pop to the post office, maybe the bank as well, and get a BJ. Exactly. It's hilarious to me. I love it. But I did actually meet this guy when I was traveling. Oh God, I can't remember anything about like where he was from or anything like that, because I meet so many people in hostels. I can't picture this dude. He was from Asia somewhere. He was from India or Pakistan, somewhere in that region. And he was a young guy, super funny. And his thing, we were traveling in Europe, and his thing was that he always looked on the best rated massage parlors and made a point of going to try them out. And I had to hand it to him. He was so open about this in the hostel to everyone. And I thought, you know what? That's fair enough. And he was kind of giving critiques like this to everyone in the hostel. So, yeah, interesting. Okay. So, yeah, this guy. Okay. Sam Barambo says, hey, lads. Oh, lads. Been lurking for a while, and I love this damn site. How do I contribute more? You've helped me so much, Red Cat. I've been to 007 and Lolita's this past week. Lolita's found a young'un. I hope that when they say this, they mean 2019, 18. I hope that they don't go to I hope they don't actually mean that. But I think they do. I think they do. Went to Lolita's and found a young'un. Great job as usual. At 007, I had a rocket in a tight dress. Smashingly good time. Reckon I could have put it in her ass, but I didn't this time.
Very good.
So good of him. She hung out with me for 30 minutes, grinding around me, and I was ready to go again. But I took her number and saved the juice for the bar. And they say chivalry is dead. Maybe 2 of the 6 other bars looks like you'd come back from. I don't know what it means. I'm just going to. I'm sorry, the picture quality is so bad, guys. The lighting is just really, really terrible. I'm going to just quickly share this on Twitter again, just because there's only 3 of you in here now, and well, I love you all to bits, of course. I wouldn't want to deny my presence to the world, you know. Mm-hmm. Is that what I'm calling it? My presence? Is that not what it is? I want to put a hashtag in there to try and get some unsuspecting random people. But if I put hashtag camgirl, then it's misleading. Tweet. Okay. You froze when you said saved. What did I say saved about? I don't know. Have I unfrozen now?
That's going to be really awkward.
Tell me quickly, have I unfrozen? I don't want my face to be just stuck in some very unflattering position.
That's right.
Anyone here? Just for a few seconds. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So, next review is by Dub Nation. Yes, lad. I just visited Lolita's. What is it with Lolita's? This past Monday. Was curious to see if it was really that simple and easy. I was leaving to return home later, but I needed a release and wanted a BJ so bad. Oh, I can relate, you know. Don't you just hate that when you're on your way home and you're like, oh, I just need a BJ. I need one. This is a train. Again. I took a taxi to the place. Okay, Details, lad, details. It's in the name. It's really tempting. Dude, the name Lolita is like, Lolita. You know what Lolita is, right? It's a freaking child. Like, Jeffrey Epstein's plane was called the Lolita Express. That's all you need to know. Like, Lolita is named after the character in the book who was, don't get me started, but it's about kids, like, if you want to fudge a Lolita, like, you want to, whatever. Okay, let's carry on with the review. There were two girls sitting in front of Lolitas. One caught my eye immediately. She was between 20 and 24 years old. When she stood up, I could see her nice, slim frame and some decent-sized breasts. I instantly got a rise. Anyhow, I walked in. An old hag, she had to be in her late 30s or early 40s, came up to me and asked if I wanted anything to drink. I thought she was the house madam or something because she was explaining the rules to me, blah, blah, blah. And she explained all of the prices, etc. Yes, Lolita was a book. It's a classic book by Nabokov. I don't know how to pronounce his name properly. Vlad Nabokov, I think. About a young girl, Lolita, and a guy called Humbert Herbert or something, who he's a paedophile and he marries this woman just to get close to her daughter. And it's a beautifully written book. From his perspective, he's the protagonist and the narrator. And it's very interesting. There's a film that's also brilliant. But so Lolita in pop culture has kind of come to mean child, like young, not just any child though, but child. It's like a pedo connotation. If you're a Lolita, then you're a young teenage girl. You're like a 13-year-old temptress girl, right? Like, yeah, it's weird. So, okay, so the old hag. Oh, so this guy, you never knew that. Oh gosh, Google it. It's a classic. I was obsessed with it for a while. I saw the film when I was probably about 14 or 15. On TV late at night. I didn't know what it was. Started watching it. It's actually a really good film, so I bought the book. Beautifully written. It was actually one of the books that inspired me to take English literature because I loved the fact that it was narrated by a pedo. I know that sounds messed up, but I'd never read a book like that before. I'd never read a book where I could actually get inside the mind of someone like that before. But they weren't a monster in the book, because you're in his mind. You see the world through his eyes. And it was really, really illuminating. There's also a book, I forgot the author, but I can Google that right now. Alyssa Nutting. So yeah, Alyssa Nutting is the author, and there is a book called Tampa, as in Tampa, Florida, and that's from the perspective of a female paedophile, and she's a teacher at a school, and her thing is 11, 12-year-old boys, and it's even better than Lolita because she's disgusting. She obviously all paedophiles are disgusting, but the way that it's written, it's so graphic, and it's a really interesting jump into the mind of someone like that. It's a very, very well-written book. I'd highly recommend it. Tampa, Alyssa Nutting. Yes, Lolita was a film in the 70s starring Richard Burton. Yes, you said, Peter, this is the film I'm talking about, Lolita, but you said not a pedo movie, but an older man, young girl movie. So read what you just wrote. It's about this man in his mid-40s that gets together with a woman so that he can have relations with her daughter, who is, I think, 12 or something like that. It's not just like age gap romance. It's And then he like, something happens to the mother where she's killed, I think. And he ends up basically taking Lolita out of boarding school. Like he kidnaps her, I guess. The young girl was 18 plus. No, she absolutely was not. Let me Google this shit right now. Maybe the actor who played her for sure. Maybe the actor who played her was, but she's 12 at the beginning and 14 years old. The disgusting. Oh, God. Okay. So she's 12 and then I think she progresses to age 14 throughout the book. So, sorry, one second. Lolita, okay, this is a review. Lolita is most commonly remembered as one man's living poem to his own demonic perversity, which I don't know if that's fair to say. I don't know much about Nabokov, but I know that he didn't write it with a sympathetic eye towards pedophiles whatsoever. Like, he didn't want it to be seen as that. Okay. This is a long ass review, and I'm trying to just pick out the age. But yeah, in the she's 12 to 14. Yeah, of course the actress would, but the character isn't, is what I'm saying. Like, it's about a pedo. It's not about an 18-year-old girl, you know, like it's. But it's a fantastic book and film. I recommend it. James Mack, I wonder if they have Ladyboy reviews. Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. They absolutely do. Should I read some of that? Ladyboys. Oh, no, that's... I keep clicking on these... Oh. So... the articles seem to be best places to meet ladyboys, 5 best hotels with ladyboys, my ladyboy date review, best ladyboy dating sites, naughty ladyboy massage salons in Bangkok, how to hook up with a ladyboy. Are ladyboys more expensive? Are you calling the guys that visit that bar pedos? No, not at all. It was a segue because the bar was named Lolita's, and some of the reviews were like, "Oh, nice young girls," and I'm like, "Ugh," because Lolita is a novel about a pedophile, and I'm like, I hate it when bars are named things like Lolita's. It's just like, bro, stop. So I'm gonna click. Hang on. So if I go on nightlife, I go to Pattaya nightlife. Pattaya Ladyboys. Okay. What is the difference between the guys who banged Thai ladyboys 10 years ago compared to the guys doing it today? Well, 10 years ago, they would come home from their holiday, and after the 5th beer with their mates in the pub, they'd come up with this once-in-a-lifetime story where they took this incredibly hot thing back to their hotel room and, to their surprise, faced a cock instead of a pussy. Back then, the stories had different endings, involving, you know, being too overwhelmed and sending her away to the greatest sexual experience in their lives. But that's not the point. The point is that today there are more people than ever who make it the highlight of their trips to actively seek out sex with a Thai ladyboy rather than running into one by accident and just going with it like it used to be. I guess you're one of the guys reading that article, so I'm going to give you the complete guide of the different ways to meet Thai ladyboys in Pattaya, which, along with Bangkok, is the best place in Thailand to do it. There are 5 different places to meet ladyboys here, each with its own pros and cons. Bar ladyboys, go-go ladyboys, massage, street hookers, or you arrange your own date with a popular Thai dating site. Oh, Peter, don't leave us. We will find out, David. We will find out if they're more expensive. So this is how to meet them. Ladyboy bars in Pattaya. Also, interesting thing to note. Ladyboy, the term ladyboy isn't considered offensive whatsoever in Thailand. It obviously, if you called a trans woman a ladyboy in the Western world, that would be super offensive. But it is not an offensive thing there at all. Like, it's how they refer to themselves. It's just not an offensive thing. Even my highlight, there's this bar on Khao San Road in Bangkok, which is like the main backpacker strip. And it always made me laugh because on the toilets, on the male toilets, it said for men and gay men in brackets. Like, gay men are allowed to use this bathroom too. And then on the girls, it said for ladies, and then in brackets, and lady boys, which I thought was surprisingly progressive, because even in like the States and the UK, people are weird about trans people using the same bathrooms as them, which I think is ridiculous. But yeah, I thought it was quite nice that lady boys can use the ladies' bathroom, just having another chip. In Thailand, sorry, in Thailand, they're taught at a young age that there are 3 genders. Oh, really? I do remember something about this. I was watching a video about like the whole non-binary thing, and I saw something like this. I didn't know it was Thailand though, but I know it's not. Like, a lot of them don't have any desire to get rid of their penis. It doesn't trigger them to be called ladyboy. Like, because in the West, we say that there are 2 genders, right? And you would transition from one to the other. I'm not an expert on this, I'm just disclaimer, but you would transition from one to the other if you have dysphoria, right? So if you feel like you were born into the wrong body, you hate your body, you hate everything about it, you have dysphoria. So the solution to that is to transition. But in Thailand, I don't think it's the same, because no way in the West would a trans woman like to be called a lady boy, because it has boy in the name. You know, it's offensive. She-male is offensive because it implies that they're not real women. Whereas in Thailand, that's just not a thing as much. And as far as I know, less people in Thailand have bottom surgery, like the genital surgery. And I know obviously it's a poorer country, but trust me, they all have like the fake titties and all that stuff. So I don't know, it's interesting. I'll have to search that then, because that's interesting. But I also read a book. The title of the book was just Ladyboys. That's the title. I don't know the author's name in the books at my parents' house, but it was about how basically in like a small rural village, there will always be some ladyboys. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like katoi or katoi, something like that is the term for them. And like, there will be a few ladyboys in a village. And then basically when a little boy is kind of growing up, they will take him under their wing and they'll be like, you know, be one of us, be one of us. And people in Thailand start hormone, is it called hormone therapy? They start it super young. So if you can imagine like an 8 or 9-year-old boy in Thailand taking hormone tablets. So he never really goes through puberty, and that's probably why they look just as gorgeous as they do, because they never develop fully into men, and they get the high voices, etc., etc. But it's a real cultural thing. It's not like they know from when they're a baby that they're born into the wrong body and they have to transition for medical reasons. It's more like a cultural thing. It's like, yeah, I met these ladyboys and I'm going to be a ladyboy, I guess. And it's a good moneymaker for sure. You know, if you're a man in Thailand, oh, there he goes. There he goes again. So it's weird being on YouTube Live on my own. I'm talking way too much. And there's only 4 of you in here, so I feel very self-conscious that I'm driving people away. I know there are only like 6 or 7 when me and Ethan stream, but yeah, it's a weird dynamic being just me. So please, guys, keep up talking in the chat. David, watching you, keep talking. Okay, so Ladyboys. There. So it says there is one pure dedicated area with Ladyboy bars in Pattaya. And then it goes on to describe that. Lita Bar is the best bar here with the hottest ladyboys you can imagine. Sorry, you guys, I'm just... No, you're not. We love you. Oh, thank you. I don't like it when you're the only one chatting. I feel like, oh, God, everyone's just so bored. But I get it, because I watch YouTube Lives all the time and I never contribute. I know I'm boring. You're boring.
Clearly, that's why 4 people where usually we have 8 or 10.
Oh, shut up. One popular venue is called Corona Bar. Oh, Corona Bar. Ah, we see you, Ethan. Look at him washing up like a good boy.
No, I'm getting some water.
No, I'm getting some water. Oh, thank you. No, she's not, Ethan. Yes, thank you, David. No, she's not, Ethan. 2 exclamation marks to you. 2 exclamation marks. Fuck you, Ethan. Look at him. Look at him sat there with his leg up and his drink of water like a pansy. Pansy.
Like a pansy man.
Playing on the PlayStation like a pansy. That doesn't make you a pansy. Okay, so.
You're a pansy, but that's not what defines you as a pansy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, this article is not that great. I'm going to try and find one of the... Okay, no, that's not a great article. I'm going to try and find one of the Ladyboy bar reviews. You know how we did with the other ones? Naughty Ladyboy massage. Okay, I'm going to go naughty Ladyboy massage in Pattaya. And it says hand job and blow job. Ooh. And then I actually went to, so when you're in Southeast Asia, not every massage parlor offers this stuff, of course, but safe to say a lot of them do. And when I was in Phuket, which is also very, very heavy on the old sex work, I wanted a foot massage, right? So I waltzed into this bar because at this point I had been in Asia for quite a while. And I hadn't been to any bar that seemed, because I hadn't been in Phuket, and I hadn't been in any bar that seemed remotely dodgy, like at all. And then so I just waltzed in without really looking at the outside. Tap water, hope it tastes better than our tap water. Ours is full of nasty stuff. Our tap water's fine. It's all right. It's all right. So yeah, I went to get a foot massage. And I should have known straight away when I sat down, because the woman massaging my feet, she had like the biggest fake boobs I've ever seen. And they were out. Like, she was wearing the lowest cut top ever. Her tits were like hanging over the top. She had like fake lips with bright, bright pink lipstick. She had fake eyelashes, all this stuff. And I was like, something tells me that you're not used to doing regular foot massages. And no, she wasn't wearing PVC. She was wearing like a regular massage uniform, like normal t-shirt, whatever. But I didn't, because she was so friendly to me. She was so lovely. She was like, yes, massage, foot massage. And I came in and she was kind of, you know, when someone isn't, they're not laughing at you, but I could tell that in her mind, she's like, oh, this bitch doesn't know. So she sits me down in the inside bit of the massage parlor, which there was you can get your feet massaged like out there right on the street, or then you can go inside and to the back room to have normal massages, and then you can go upstairs for extracurricular. And I had a 60-minute foot massage, and I don't know how many guys came down from upstairs, maybe 4 or 5, you know, not loads, but quite a few guys came downstairs, and they all had the same thing in common. You know, they were all white, Western guys, overweight, bald, and they all came downstairs looking very, very happy and kind of, like there was one guy that came down with 2 girls, and they were obviously coming to wave him out and say goodbye, and they were like, oh, see you next time, and he's like, oh wow, like you'll see me. And it was so flirty, and he was smacking their bums, and they were doing the same thing to him, and I was like, okay, you didn't just have a shoulder rub here. Like there's something more. But of course it only took me about 2 minutes to realize that this was the kind of massage parlor that I was in. But I'd committed to a 60-minute massage, so I had to just sit there with my feet in this bowl of water like, I feel very out of place. And then the more and more women, because I was the only person getting a regular massage. So all of the women that worked there, because there were loads of them, were not busy, so they were just kind of like hanging around in the doorway, like, you know, smoking cigarettes, drinking coffee, whatever. And then I realized that it wasn't just mine that was glamorous. Like every woman that worked there had very big fake boobs and very fake eyelashes and very heavy makeup, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, exactly 50 minutes to go. Because I'm like, I've been to a lot of regular massage parlors in Thailand, and it's like, the women just have their hair straight back like this, no makeup, they're dressed in a baggy ass t-shirt like this. I know I was correct about Lolita. I know. I'm always correct. I know, Peter. That young girl was 18 plus. No, she wasn't. So naughty. Don't tell me you can't hear that. Oh, and it's a freight train. Freight. Well, this guy's gonna, this is gonna take a while. What's with the trains? Well, it's so loud and they go on for so long. Yes. David, you're a smart one. I do live near a train station. 50 meters. And the windows are open, but I can't close them because it's so hot. I'm sorry. This is a cargo train. They're the longest. I'm going to close the window. If I die of heat, I die. Oh, of course you finished now. Of course you have.
Open that window more, please.
This one?
Yeah.
I know it's too hot. Ugh. Of course it finished when I got up. Also, guys, this is not related to anything. Oh my God. Yes, they still do them. They do them after midnight. They do them about every half an hour. Ask me how I fucking know. Yes, this is very, very... That flat must be cheap with all that noise. You cheeky. It's actually not. We're in the very centre of Manchester in a very expensive area, so no. It's actually seen as a good spot. Yeah, very good spot.
The windows open so much.
Yeah, the windows are wide open. It's hot. That's why it's so loud. We don't really get traffic, if that helps. I don't know. But yeah, not sheep rent. I think they're all at Kitty's place. What? Who? What? Who? What? The trains? Oh, the freight trains. Yes, they are all here. You have to look for running trains. You have to look for the older women for a real massage. Not true, because the older women are also definitely doing the sexy massages too. But yeah, this is unrelated. But if anyone wants to buy used panties, used socks, bras, I'm your girl. If you're in the UK, I can only ship to the UK, but £30 or 2 pairs for 50. So let me know. I'm downsizing, so I'm getting rid of things. I can wear them for 2 or 3 days for you.
Tell him I'm selling mine as well.
Did you hear that? Ethan says he's selling his as well. Yours have holes in them.
That's why I'm getting rid of them.
If you want to buy his panties, you can buy them too. David, no thanks, Ethan. David is giving you some sass tonight.
It is.
I love it.
I won't forget that.
I won't forget that in the best way. No thanks, Ethan. Feet massage are the best. I love a good foot massage, but I'm all about the upper back and shoulders. I suffer with my back. I hate leg massages. Fucking hate them. I will never get a full body massage because I absolutely hate leg massages. It just hurts. Why is some woman kneeling on my calf? Like, that can't be good. And also, has anyone ever had an actual Thai massage? Like, not a happy ending massage, but an actual Thai massage? Because they're not pleasurable, but they also are in a really kind of like masochistic kind of way. They really beat you up, like you get a pummeling. So anyway, sorry. What was I doing? Naughty Ladyboy massage in Pattaya. It's almost impossible to say. Also, if you're bored of these reviews, tell me, so I'll just talk by all means. I just find them amusing. It's almost impossible to stay in Pattaya for a few days and not be offered a massage by a hot ladyboy sooner or later. Fair, I would agree with that. Massages are a huge business, blah, blah, blah. It's not girls who work in the hundreds of massage salons all over Pattaya, but also plenty of ladyboys. Unlike with the girls, if you want a ladyboy massage in Pattaya, just dropped in, you were in Thailand right now. No, I did spend a bit of time in Thailand. I spent 3 months maybe in Thailand, or 4. But no, I'm just reading reviews of ladyboy massage places, regular Thai massage places, go-go bars, all that fun stuff. I was researching for an article about sex tourism in Thailand for something else. I stumbled on this website. I thought it was hilarious. I thought that I would have to go on YouTube and tell all you guys about it. So yeah, you have to do some research if you want a ladyboys. Okay, so then it says the 5 main areas. We don't need a geography lesson, do we? The prices. The prices are not different. Or to be more precise, they shouldn't be. What I mean by that is that the Ladyboys, you know there's another train coming. What I mean by that is the Ladyboys are usually quite diligent and determined to get what they want. So if they just got a boob job for 80k, they may think they're entitled to get a tip of 1,000 baht for a hand job, which is ridiculous, of course, and you shouldn't pay that. But let's go through the prices. The standard rate for the massage is always the same, like for girls. So the typical rates are Thai massage, 200 baht. That's very cheap. Thai baht to GP. Liquid. Okay, so £5 for a 60-minute Thai massage. Oil massage, £8. Don't be tempted to take a foot massage because you will not get a private room and therefore no happy ending either. Okay, the best experience is the oil massage. Most places also have showers, so you won't feel like an oily eel while walking out. Surprise, surprise, more trains. Oh, someone's very sassy, aren't we, David?
Sounds nice now, is it?
Oh, David. Guess what? It's a train. So, after your masseuse has worked on your back and legs and tells you to turn over after 30 or 40 minutes and she sees that you've got a boner, she will sooner or later ask you, what do you want? Or you want special? You have 3 options. Hand job, 500 baht. Blow job, 700 to 800 baht. And sex, 1,000 baht. So, sex is £26. Handy J is £10, sorry. And a blowjob is 18 to 20, which is a real bargain. You can have sex in the Ladyboy massage salons, while the girls would usually say, no boom boom. It's often the Ladyboys themselves who try and convince you to bang them, even if you only want a hand job or a blow job. Okay, Ladyboys massage versus girl massage. The problem with most female... Okay, I don't want to seem transphobic right now. I'm reading these... What I'm about to read is all his words, okay? The problem with most female masseuses is that I used to rent a little house right next to a railway bridge. It was a nightmare during the night for a couple of weeks. I need to get used to it. I wish I could get used to it. I've been here since the beginning of March. I can't get used to it. It's horrible. But I find it difficult to sleep anyway, so that's me. The problem with most females is that their handjob and blowjob skills aren't really good at all. That makes sense, right? Guys, I'm sorry.
That's a cargo one.
I'm closing the window. I'm sorry.
That's fine. If you open them up again after, I might. Do you want to close that one as well?
No, it's fine. I hope this will be a tad quieter. I'm so sorry. You know, a minute ago, I'm like, oh, they go every half an hour. No, they don't go every half an hour at all.
So you shouldn't have as often as that, though. Not for them ones.
My God, this is awful. So, oh, that's that's better. Okay, we just shut the windows. You guys would really better appreciate this. To be fair, I won't be staying. Don't close the window, it's too hot. Got a fan? Of course I don't have a fan.
That's what you guys are for.
You guys are my fans. No, of course I don't have a fan. So we just closed the window, and also, in addition to being 31 degrees today, he's on the PlayStation, and his PlayStation heats this room up like a motherfucker. It gets so hot. I remember soapy massage in Bangkok. I only found out what a soapy massage was today. Please tell me how it is. It's like you lie on the airbed, right? And she lathers you up with loads of soap, and then she gets on you and she has loads of soap, and she kind of slides around, and you two are really soapy together. Is that what a soapy massage is? Take a bath with her first. Yes, she used all her body. Isn't that a foam party? Okay, so the problem with most females is that their handy J and BJ skills are not that good at all, which makes sense. I guess that makes sense, right? From my experience, more than half of all the girl massages give at best average happy endings. Nothing. Bless you.
Excuse me.
Paid $100 for 2 hours. Okay, that sounds reasonable. That's like £75 for 2 hours. It's a hit or miss kind of thing.
Open the window there so it's full. When the trains come, I'll just close them both again.
Windows are open again.
It's too hot. I can't deal with this heat.
A ladyboy knows what a man wants, is what you might have heard before. That's not just true in terms of HJs and BJs, but also the massage itself. They massage stronger and better, at least on average. If you haven't tried a ladyboy, then you should give it a try once, and you will no doubt understand what I mean. And then Alberto was commented saying, do you also have the possibility to be banged by the ladyboy instead of banging her?
Of course, Alberto.
And of course, Alberto wants to know. I'm going to hazard a guess at no, because if your ladyboy has been taking hormone supplements from the age of 12 years old, I'm going to say that her dick probably doesn't work as well as it used to. You know what I'm saying? Nightlife. Pattaya. Oh, wait. We were going to... Hotels with ladyboys in Bangkok. Ladyboy lovers. Ethan.
Yes.
Kitty feet boyfriend. Would you, if you were single,
Yeah.
and you were, because I know that you're not the kind of person that would pay for sex anyway, like forget that for a second. If you were going to go to Thailand and you did want to pay for sex with a biological female,
yeah,
but then you met a ladyboy who was like hot as fuck, gorgeous, nice big fake tits, everything.
Yeah.
But you knew it was ladyboy.
Not my thing.
So you knew it would be just in the bottom.
Just not my thing.
Really?
No.
But like a lot of straight guys say that though, and then it happens, and they're just like, because in this book, in the book called Ladyboys that I read, a lot of them were saying that they actually managed to have sex with Western men, and the guys don't even know. Like they never find out. Because basically she'll be like, oh, I really like, I mean, it's a giveaway, but she'll be like, oh, I want you to put it in my ass. And then goes in a way where she kind of hides it, like cups it. So you don't like, apparently drunk guys will just never know. And because it's all like that small anyway, because they've been on hormone tablets their entire lives, there's not that much there anyway.
Yeah, no, not for me, thanks.
No? Even if it was like the hottest girl you've ever seen in your life comes up to you and she's like,
So if you're a ladyboy?
if I'm a ladyboy.
Uh,
Someone says, lol, convince him to give it a try. He is my boyfriend, so I don't really want him to like go. But I don't know, because I think a lot of guys go to Thailand and they see just how gorgeous they are. And they change their minds, because they would always say, no, I never would. And they see how gorgeous they are and they're like, well, you know?
yeah, no, not for me.
Really? But it's just like a really hot girl and you
No.
do her in the bum.
No.
Okay. What about a PJ?
No.
Well, like,
No.
she keeps her bottoms on.
No, it's in my head. Like, no,
And it's
I'm
just
not.
because you know.
Mentally, if I knew I'd know, we're just like that. For
Oh,
me.
okay. So, do I pronounce your name Nilo or Nilo? Is it Nilo? But what you said happened to me. Which bit? So, you never really realized that she had a penis because she kept it hidden, or she was just so hot and you went there and you were like, oh my God, I never thought that I would do this, but here I am and she's gorgeous and I'm going to do this.
I understand how they can get in that situation. I can what they would if they did continue with it, but just for me, it should be not to turn off from being pushed.
So in case you didn't hear him, he said that for him, it would just be a massive turn off, but he can understand it. Exactly. Let's try. Yeah, no, I get it. Because I think a lot of people think, oh no, it's gay, which it's not gay. It's a very, very straight thing. You see how feminine these women are. Like, they are way more feminine and way more gorgeous than I am now. Like, they have their tiny little dresses, their fake titties, their stiletto heels. They are gorgeous. Like, even more gorgeous than the female sex workers in Thailand. They're amazing looking. So I can understand that you've kissed her, you've touched her boobs or something, and then she tells you she's a ladyboy, and you're like, may as well, you know? I don't know. I think sexuality is a lot more fluid than people think, and it's kind of very frowned upon for men to experiment, but it's not frowned upon for women to experiment. And it's like, I don't even think that going with a ladyboy is experimenting, because in my eyes, it's like, she's a woman. Like, she's not a man, you know? She's not a man. I don't know. She's a woman. They're far better looking than the girls, and I'm 100% hetero. Yeah. When I went to Thailand, I was with 3 girlfriends and 1 guy friend. And he was like, holy shit, like, I'm questioning my sexuality here. And I'm like, you don't need to question your sexuality. Like, just because you find these people attractive, it makes you more straight, if anything, because they look like glamour models or porn stars. Like, they're so good looking. Like, they are really beautiful. You don't need a lot of makeup and sexy clothes to look pretty. Aww, Peter. That's cute. Hey, hey, Martin. Regular over there. Hey, some of them are crazy hot. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And it's very impossible to tell. Because, you know, you look for the hands, you look for that Adam's apple. It's not there. The voice isn't there. I couldn't tell. Like, even after I'd been in Asia for maybe a year or something, I made a few trips to Bangkok, because it's where you go if you need to get anywhere else, basically. And I made a few trips to Bangkok, and sometimes I would have Thai friends that would point a group of girls out to me and say, they're all ladyboys, you know that, right? I'm like, no, they're not. You know, shut up. Feet. Oh, looking at the feet is probably a good one. Have I been in Vietnam? Yes. Yeah, I was a month in Vietnam. I miss Asia, you know. I don't often. When I left, I was kind of like, ugh, I will go back, but in a while, you know. I was done with it. I spent 18 months there. I was finished with it. But I do miss it. Weirdly, researching for this article and looking at footage of Bangkok nightlife has made me miss Thailand. So when the chat is active, I'm obviously going to keep replying to you and keep that topic open. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep on reading this review about Ladyboy hotels, Khao San Road. Was it on Beyond? Yeah, like it's. Do you miss 62 cents Cambodia? Yes. Yes. I was a little fucking hashtag boss babe, hashtag business owner in Cambodia. So I used to work at this hostel beach bar on an island, and I would go to Sihanoukville on the mainland. I would take the ferry over and I would go to that 62-cent shop and I would buy a shitload of clothes. Well, not a shitload, but a few items of clothing, and I would take it back to my hostel, and there was like a clothing rail that I had in the front of the hostel, and I would just mark up the prices by like, I don't know, I would sell them for like $4, $5. And I only sold a few things ever, but it was nice. I felt like a hashtag entrepreneur, hashtag boss babe, hashtag too many hashtags. The vodka I got should be on its way now. I hope it is. I'm actually, everything from my wish list gets sent to my home address where my parents live. And I'm actually going to go back there in like a week to live because the lease is up on this place. So this one is moving in with his friend. I'm going back to my mum and dad's for 2 weeks. And then hopefully, pray to God, we leave England. Were you doing live cams when you were in Cambodia? So I wasn't doing the live cams like my free cams, live like I am now, but I was occasionally making clips. So basically what I did was I had, so I lived on this island where that was impossible to make clips. You couldn't watch Netflix because there was internet, but you could not even watch Netflix. That's what the internet quality was. And there was no hot water, nothing like that. It was very, very basic. So I lived on this island and I worked in a bar like 3 days on, 1 day off. But I used to kind of switch my shifts so that I would get a couple of days off in a row. And I also rented an apartment by the month because it was $200 for the month to have this brand new, amazing apartment. So I rented an apartment in Sihanoukville, and basically like towards the end of my trip, I would go back once a week and I would stay there for like 2 nights and I would spend the day recording clips. And then it was so good because we did not have aircon on the island. We didn't have hot water. We didn't have anything like that. So I would go back to my apartment and have this hot power shower and get in my fucking king size bed with a duvet and put aircon on, and I would get KFC. Oh, it was so good. But yeah, so I used to upload a few clips. They weren't like, I was filming on my tablet and the lighting was really bad. I know that I've never been a one for professional lighting and stuff like that, but the lighting was really bad because I didn't use daylight. I used like the spotlights. I don't know. Where are you going? Europe. So first we're going to go to Ireland for a few days because that's where Ethan's from. So we're going to spend a few days with his family. And then we are going to go to Albania. Favorite place ever. Well, we're going to fly into Greece,
Hold
I
on,
think.
you like Albania?
I like Albania. Did I mention it?
I've never heard you mention that before.
No, I don't think I mentioned it. We're going to fly into Greece. We're going to fly to Corfu, spend a few days in Greece, then get the ferry to Saranda, Albania. I'm so excited. And I've got a friend in Saranda, so it's going to be nice to like actually catch up with him. Not seen him in like 8 months maybe. So that'll be cool. And then we're going to travel like all the way around Albania, and then go to Barat. We're going to stay in a hostel for a month or so and volunteer. And it's nice because I know one of the guys that works in the hostel. He's a Albanian guy called Reno. He's lovely. He's so cute and lovely. And like he's my friend and I get to see him again. And then there's this family that does wine tasting, and I know the son. This sounds really bad, doesn't it? I know all these boys. It's not like that. But the son is the one that speaks English and does the tour, so I know him as well. And it's just going to be so lovely. Albania, traveling or to live out there, traveling. We're going to spend maybe 6 weeks in Albania. And we're going to go to, because I've traveled extensively in the Balkans. Maybe you know, maybe you don't. I don't know. But I've traveled a lot in the Balkans, but Ethan hasn't. So we're going to do mainly Albania, but we're going to take some little like weekend trips. We're going to go to Mostar in Bosnia for sure. Hopefully Sarajevo as well. We're going to go to Pristina in Kosovo because I've got some friends there too. And where else?
Mm-hmm.
Where else did we say we would go?
Slovakia.
Oh, Slovenia. Because my friend, one of my friends, I can't say her name because I can't even say her work name because I don't think she likes people in this world knowing what country she lives in. But one of my femdom friends, one of my dominatrix friends lives in Slovenia with her husband. So we're going to visit her and I'm so excited. She doesn't know yet. Oops. If she watches this stream, she's going to be like, oh, are you, bitch? But I really want to go visit her for a weekend because the last time I saw her was a year ago. It was in June. We went to Italy together. But yeah, so we're going to go to Slovenia too. Have you ever been to Poland? Have I ever been to Poland? I was in Poland for 12 months. I spent so much time in Poland, but I wasn't. It's weird, right? Because I feel like I should say I lived in Poland because I was there for 12 months, ish, maybe 11 months. I don't know exactly. I feel like I should say I lived there, but at the same time, when you say you lived somewhere, it sounds like you lived in a city, and you paid rent by the month and you had that life, like you lived somewhere, right? But because I was doing some volunteer work there, which meant that I had to travel quite a lot anyway. And then I was also volunteering in a hostel for a month and traveling for some months. So I didn't have a base in Poland. Like I spent most of my time between Krakow, of course, Warsaw, of course, and Wrocław. I spent probably most of my time in Wrocław. Volunteered in a hostel in Krakow, and then Warsaw, I was there because my friend was studying, so I spent a lot of time with her there, and I was doing a lot of the volunteer stuff there. Oh, bye, Peter. It's not going to be the last show for sure. I'll be live. I love this. Like, To be honest, I might actually, when I move back in with my parents, I might do my free cams live instead of YouTube live, just because it will be the exact same setup. Like, it will just be me sitting here drinking and talking shit. But there is definitely more of an opportunity to make money there, because people on my free cams will just tip you left, right, center, tip you. So I'm going to make more money there. The reason I don't go on it now to talk like this is because they have a policy. There's no men allowed. So the fact that Ethan's in the background, it's not allowed there. So, oh, Martin, I know you think it would be cool, Piggly. But yeah, I love my nights on my free cams. And I've not actually cammed alone in more than 2 years. Because the last, like, 5 or 6 times that I cammed was with my friend. I nearly said her name then, my friend. But it will be cool. And then it's funny because people come in the room and they're like, oh, how much for tits? And I'm like, lol. But so yeah, Peter, you will see me again. David, was the language a problem for you? How do you mean? Do you mean, was it difficult to learn? Or do you mean, was it difficult to get around without knowing Polish? Because they're 2 different questions. Like, yes, it's difficult to learn. All of my Polish friends told me that they said that it's the most difficult language in Europe. I'm not sure about that. I think maybe there are a couple. I think Finnish is more difficult, right? And Hungarian. But it is a difficult language for sure. Like, I picked some up just by speaking to people. So apparently my pronunciation was good, and I was good at just kind of learning things by speaking to people and repeating it in a similar context at some point. But then when I tried to study it in a kind of academic, well, Duolingo sense, I found it difficult. Like, it's the grammar. The grammar is super difficult, and the spelling is super difficult. So if you want to study it and actually get good, it's terrible, because the words look nothing like they're spelled and the grammar is horrendous. But insofar as picking it up with small talk and with chit chat, if you spend your time mainly around Polish people that are speaking in Polish, it's like any other language. You kind of naturally pick it up. Is it difficult to get around without speaking Polish, sorry. The thing about Polish people is that apart from Krakow, because it's obviously so touristy, but the thing about Poland and Polish people is that most people say that they have a bad experience because they feel like Polish people are not willing to speak English, or that they don't speak English. So people think that they're rude and they don't want to, or that they just don't know it. And that's not the case whatsoever. What it is, because I was teaching English when I was in Poland, and what I saw time and time and time again, because this was to adults, so they were able to articulate this to me. What I saw time and time again was that people who could speak almost fluent English, their confidence was that low that they would constantly say, like, I'm so sorry for my English. I'm so sorry. I don't speak English. I'm sorry. And they did, but they just really didn't think they did, because in Polish schools, especially the primary schools, their teachers say that if they make the slightest grammar mistake, no one will understand a word they say. So their confidence just gets drilled into the ground, and then they grow up terrified to speak. And even though in their mind they actually do know everything and they understand everything, they are so scared to speak it because their teachers have told them that no one's going to fucking understand you. So if you stop a Polish person on the street and you say, like, oh, excuse me, do you speak English? They will always say no, most of the time. Younger people, not so much, but most of the time. and then you might hear them speaking English to someone, and it's not because they're rude. It's just because they genuinely feel so shy. So shy. Hope that answered the question. I'm wittering a lot. I'm actually going to go soon when I finish this. Because I just noticed this stream's been 2 hours, and also my throat really hurts, which is a sign that I've been talking way too much. So you can see Ethan in the background just judging, shaking his goddamn head. I can see you. I see you. Creeping, I can see you in the shadow. I'm thinking about moving to Poland. Oh my God.
Are you?
Right, first of all, now I need to stay online for another 2 hours listening to why. No, not me. Listening
That's
to
being very sarcastic.
your story about moving to Poland. Oh, we're moving to Poland at some point for a bit, for sure. So, where and why? And where are you from? I know that I probably know this, but please tell me again where you're from. I know if you're American, Poland's very, very easy to move to legally because they have some trustee agreement that means the Schengen thing doesn't matter. What's Ethan playing in the background there from Martin?
Just with himself.
Well, you're not playing with yourself. What are you playing, darling?
Just playing Skyrim.
Skyrim.
It's replaying one of the classics.
Replaying one of the classics. Another tray. David. It seems such a nice country, low crime. Yes, very low crime. Super safe. Architecture's beautiful. Martin says, fair enough, great game. Yeah. Such a nice country, low crime, very low crime, beautiful architecture, very incredible people. When you get past the initial difficulties. So, my friends, like low crime, and then the police van here is like, no. So when you get past the initial difficulty of meeting Polish people, they are among the best people in the world. Like this Polish person, so my friend that studied in Poland, her Polish teacher said that Polish people are like coconuts. We're hard on the outside, and then you crack us, and we're so sweet. And that is so, so true. Like, Polish people do seem very hard if you don't understand them, but it's just shyness. It's just like, another Polish person told me that she thinks that Polish people have an inferiority complex because of all of the history. But, oh wow. Sorry for this hair. I've worked with many Polish people. Hasn't everyone? No, that's right. That's a joke. A joke. Can you imagine if I get famous and then people have these recordings of me saying things? Oh, what was it I said? Oh my gosh. So you guys, when I finish this story, I really am getting offline because my throat is hurting so much. But so I have also David messaged me on Twitter. I will possibly link you to my travel blog because I have a shit ton of posts about Poland. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, I have a travel blog, and yes. So I decided to do a Facebook Live for it recently because we love going live. Trying to up my social media marketing skills and give people what they want. And I kind of forgot that when I chat to you guys on YouTube, or mainly on my free cams, because that's, YouTube saves this stream, but my free cam's like, it's gone. Unless someone is recording it privately, I mean, it's gone once I stop, once I F off. So I'm used to saying whatever I want. So I went on this Facebook Live with God knows how many people that like follow my blog and stuff are watching me. And I start talking about Ukraine, normal topic, right? And of course, this was 2 weeks ago. So it was when all of the Black Lives Matter protests were happening and all of the George Floyd stuff. It was still very raw. And so I start talking about Ukraine and how you can actually buy like the dark craft beer so they have a craft beer place and every beer is named after a politician. The strong one is Putin. The bitter is Merkel. And the dark beer is Obama. Naturally. Which I think is hilarious. But apparently, as a responsible travel blogger, it's not so hilarious to just say shit like that on stream, especially in this.
I don't think that was the thing.
In this political climate. What do you mean you don't think that was the thing?
I think it was more the fact you said, which I probably shouldn't say right now, but YOLO. It's the black.
I didn't say YOLO.
You said something like that.
I was like, oh, what are you going to do? I've said it.
Yeah. And then you said that exactly, yeah.
Black lives do matter.
I know, yeah.
Especially, that's why you should definitely buy the Obama beer. Look at Ethan's face in the background.
Exactly like that. That's how I went last.
This is what I do. What am I going to say? Anyway, I'm going to go, you guys. Going to watch a little bit of 90 Day Fiancé. Have a burger. Have some more wine. Living the life.
Oh, yeah.
So, if anyone would like to say goodbye to me, now is your time.
Bye.
And if you wouldn't, then don't. Also, send me some money. Send me some moolah. All right. Got 10 seconds. If no one says goodbye, I'm leaving, y'all. I'm just listening to myself, just like, oh. David, bye, take care. Bye. Martin, pity I didn't get here earlier. I know, man. Like, I know. I missed you as soon as, because when I was getting ready, I was like, okay, who are the regulars? I know Peter, Martin, David, and then, yeah, I noticed that you weren't here. I didn't plan it. I just kind of had the thought and came online like 15 minutes later or something. I wonder who this mysterious third person is.
Me.
In the chat. I know, because there are 3 people here and 2 of you are talking to me, but what do you know? It's probably that fucking dude from my high school, isn't it? Hi, Nathan. Anyway, see you later, guys. Bye-bye. Normally, you are on Sundays. Am I? Oh, see, that's a pattern by accident. It's not an intentional streaming schedule. We just kind of go on when we get a bit drunk and we're like, oh, should we go on YouTube?
Yeah. Actually, no, just say it, yeah, because I'm off on Monday.
Yeah, and we always go on Sundays because he tends to be off on Mondays. Anyway, adios, amigos. Ciao. Arrivederci. Bye.